Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back. You're tuning in to howtoplaystock.com. Today's Monday. Hope you guys had a good weekend. In today's video, I just wanted to cover kind of a controversial market right now in the stocks, and that is the cannabis or marijuana stocks. Okay, now I don't really know a whole lot about these. I tend to stay away from them just because of the risk that's involved with marijuana stocks. But I figured it'd be a good topic to cover because of its controversy and its growing attendance with large investors, and just some of the conversations that I have with people in general that have been increasing over time about this market. So stick around, keep watching, and I'll see you in the next portion of this video. Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to be covering cannabis or the marijuana industry with stocks. Now, I didn't know a whole lot about this market, so I started doing some research, and in today's video, I'm going to cover what I found, okay? So basically what I'm going to do is just cover some pros and cons to the market, especially if you're somebody who is looking at getting involved with some of these stocks. You need to know the risk that's involved, and you need to know a little bit about the market. Okay, so getting started here for the pros in marijuana stocks. It was legalized in 28 states. Okay, so as of right now, at the state level, there's 28 states that have legalized cannabis or marijuana. Now, the potential growth for this is huge. Okay, and we're at the beginning phases of seeing that growth potentially just explode. But there are some things holding it back, and we'll cover those here in a minute. There's big investors that are getting on board, so I don't know if you guys have heard, but guys like Snoop Dogg and Warren Buffett have, I believe they both invested money in that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there's others that are jumping on board as well that are big investors that see the potential growth behind this cannabis or marijuana market. Okay, and the other crazy thing about this is I didn't know this, but marijuana has its own index. Okay, and you can actually go look it up. It's ticker symbol MJIC. It's the North American Marijuana Index. So if you wanted to get involved, say not just in one company, and you wanted to own the overall market for marijuana, this is something you would want to look at. There's one for Canada as well, but the price on this index is fairly expensive. I want to say it's like around $134 last time I checked. It's probably fluctuated a little bit since the market's opened up this morning. But go ahead and check it out. Again, it's ticker symbol MJIC. The other thing I like about these stocks and this market is that it's based off population. Okay, which means that essentially, simply put, it's based off of habits. All right, kind of like alcohol, or there's a lot of people out there that want to drink. Well, there's a lot of people out there that want to smoke. All right, and not just for personal usage, but on the medical side as well, to help cure sicknesses. So again, that's where I see the potential, tremendous growth and the overall profits for these just exploding one day. Right now, there's, like I said, there's some things holding it back, and one of those would be that marijuana is still illegal at the federal level. All right. Now, I took some notes on just this specific piece of the marijuana industry, and because it's illegal at the federal level, it's still causing all sorts of problems for companies that are in business with marijuana. And I wrote some of them down, and I'll just explain, why this is holding the industry back so much. So most of these companies that are in the business of marijuana stocks, they're not able to take normal business deductions. Okay? Now, I'm talking about things such as rent, overhead expenses, stuff like that. And the reason why they can't take it as a deduction is because they're selling a substance that's deemed illegal. In other words, simply put, these businesses that are in the business of the marijuana and cannabis, they're paying taxes on gross profits instead of net profits. And because of that, if you go out and you do a little research and you start reading some of the articles, some of these companies, because of that fact alone, are losing money hand over fist. Okay. Let's see what else I had here. The other thing that is kind of holding them back because of this, the fact that it's illegal at the federal level, is that few financial institutions want to deal with marijuana. Okay, and that's because the substance remains illegal at the federal level, and many banks are fearing federal prosecution for lending out money to some of these companies, all right, to help them expand and grow. So it's a huge hinder on businesses that are in the marijuana industry and the market as a whole. The other thing I don't like about it is most of these stocks are over the counter or penny stocks, and I try to stay away from penny stocks. Yes, they can make you very rich if you get in on one and you hit the lottery, so to speak. But I don't like gambling that much because I don't like my odds. So I stay away from penny stocks. But if you want to get involved with penny stocks, the marijuana industry would probably be a good place to look. Now again, I put it under the cons or disadvantages to marijuana stocks, is that most of these stocks are over the counter or penny stocks, and the reason for that is because the reporting on debt to income, dividends, overhead expenses, net operating expenses, that kind of stuff that you would look at on, say, a financial balance sheet, a lot of that stuff that's supposed to be reported is off par. Okay, in other words, you're not going to find a lot of that information when you go look at some of these individual companies if you want to invest in an individual company. So if you're looking to get involved with some penny stocks or just get involved with the marijuana industry as a whole, I would probably recommend, just for the sake of reducing your risk, I would probably recommend or suggest taking a look at the index side of things instead. But that's the marijuana stocks. I'm going to go in and I'll break down in a later video the actual North American Marijuana Index for you, so you can kind of get a better idea of what stocks are involved or what companies are involved in that index. So you can kind of get a better understanding of what you're getting involved with as far as the index or the total market abroad. But that's all I have for today. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for where I found this information on the article that I was reading, so you can go and look at that as well. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a like. Hit that like button. Go ahead and share it with other people. I'm going to go ahead and leave the comment section open on this video as well. So if you have any information that I'm not sharing here in this video that you want to share with others, please feel free to do so. And the other thing is, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be covering topics like this on other markets and on other stocks and financial tools abroad that you can use in the stock market in the future. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And again, if you have further information that you want to share with us in regards to your experience with marijuana stocks, feel free to do so. All right, guys? And remember, guys, income is the outcome, and these are today's investors' investing tips. You're tuning in to howtoplaystock.com, and my name's Casey. I'll talk to you guys later.